All right, guys. Guys. Have you seen it? Have you seen today's drama? Look, I've been tempted. God is tempting his strongest warrior with his toughest challenge. The challenge, not making a mogul male. Because there's been like what I would call a swath of fun drama. Not like serious drama. Not like, fucking lives at stake. I'm talking Elon Musk having crash out meltdowns drama, which is the best drama there can be. Richest man on earth is getting mad at a streamer for their opinions on his skills in video games. It's like the greatest drama you could possibly ever have. So today I'm going to admit something. It's embarrassing. And we're not going to judge me. Okay? We speak, we listen, we do not judge. I woke up at 12:30 p.m. today. We listen, but we don't judge. I've been watching Severance every night. And man, they're really good at making you stay awake a little longer than you would like. They're really good at that. Because I'm like, I'm good. I've watched an episode, and then the end of the episode comes, and it's like, oh, but you should stick around a little bit. I woke up today to finding out that not only has Asmongold lost his checkmark on X.com, the everything app, which, by the way, literally fell to my knees at my local Albertsons, fell to my fucking knees when I found this out. But I also found out that Elon Musk DMs him and then also leaked the DMs. I'm not too aware of the situation outside of that. So let's take a look at this video from Charlie that talks about it.
Elon Musk is a worm I like to shoot spitballs and throw tomatoes at from time to time because he is a jaw-droppingly embarrassing specimen of pure cringe that it is impossible to fight the urge to clown on him.
Pause. Charlie viewers, are you agreeing with me that two things have happened recently to Charlie's setup? One, I think his background looks cooler. I like the cabinets. All right. I like the crane machine that actually works. Two, his lighting got worse. I don't know what happened. His lighting got like dramatic. Like he's telling spooky stories around a campfire. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that happened. How'd it get worse?
Yet, whenever I do, and whenever anyone mentions Elon in a less than flattering way, you will have the most unlovable Cro-Magnon swarm you, dogpiling like it's World War Z zombies to try and defend Elon from whatever the slight criticism or jokes were about him. These gonad gobblers will always blow my mind because I don't understand this brain-off worship of Elon Musk. Everything they hype him up to be, he is the opposite. He is not cool. He generates AI images of himself where he's not like this meatball-shaped man. He is not for free speech like they like to hype him up as.
Elon Musk's problems would go down significantly if he did the Mark Zuckerberg strat and just got ripped. Okay? Society is very shallow. Right? This is proven. This is like factually, there's so many studies on how like people trust you more if you're like better looking or whatever. If he just got fucking ripped, which by the way, should be so easy for him because he has all the resources in the world to get as ripped as possible. And if he's, just taking away some of the time from video games, which he's putting all his time into. If you don't know, he's a really good gamer. He puts all his time into gaming, into working out. He gets there in 8 months. 8 months. If he's ripped, his life's a lot better.
He's not a champion of free speech by any means. In fact, I personally think he is someone that is firmly against it in almost...
But you aren't ripped? Yeah, but I am platinum in League of Legends. So it's like, pick a struggle. I picked mine. I won. I won. You can't say shit to me until I'm 6 feet under. I'm platinum 4.
Every single instance. Like, he personally banned the word cis He actively bans things that hurt his feelings, and today I think is a great example of that, and hopefully will be a mask-off moment for a lot of people, and open their eyes to the fact that this is not a guy who's for free speech and is not for you. Like, I'm not going to get into it, but do we even need to talk about the H-1B take? Like, come on. He's not looking to hire you. He doesn't want to know you. He doesn't want to employ you. He wants the cheapest labor, and he wants everyone to be constantly fondling his sack and being really, really nice to him because he's our special boy. It's
funny because he does want his cake. What's the phrase? He wants his cake and eat it. He wants to eat it too. Why the fuck is that a phrase? Of course, if you have a cake, you want to eat it as well. Why the? Yeah, I know it's about the fucking French Revolution, but fuck the French people for a moment, okay? I'm bilingual. I can say that. And I'm inbred. Focus. Elon Musk wants to simultaneously be like the most effective capitalist on Earth, getting like the most accrued capital and wealth to do the most projects that he wants to do, right? Because that's what he's doing, right? He's fucking getting all this money to do the things he wants. Whatever his heart desires, be it space rocket or social media or big tunnel. But he also wants to be loved at the same time. He wants to do all that and he wants to be loved by everybody. You can't really have both, okay? There's an era where maybe you could. You can't really have both. Now, currently, you absolutely can't have both on the left, okay? You cannot be, top 100 capitalist on earth, massive multi-billionaire, and beloved by the people on the left. For now, and I think this will change, this is my prediction. For now, you can be massively wealthy and loved on the right. I don't think that's true about the left. So it used to not be. There was a shift, okay? This used to not be true, all right? There were maybe 10, 20 years ago. There was some rich industry shakers in tech who would be young millionaire billionaires who would promise to give up all their net worth when they died, and they would seemingly do good with their money, and in exchange for getting all that wealth and being the decision maker and then giving it all up when they die, they would in exchange be kind of respected. That kind of died. That doesn't exist in the left. If you're rich, you're basically automatically evil on the left. This is true. We can say this. This is true. All right? Look no further than Mark Zuckerberg, who I think at one point said he's going to give up all his net worth when he dies. And then everyone fucking roasted him for it on Twitter. I remember this. Everybody made fun of him. I think this is Mark Zuckerberg. I think Twitter guy did the same thing, no? This has happened a couple times. Now, on the right, this is kind of working. You can be massively rich, insanely wealthy, and then still be loved by the right, because you're a champion of, fucking pick yourself up by your bootstraps and breaking the rules, but to bend it to yourself and being more open about it. As long as you're kind of open about it, that seems like that's what matters. All right, yeah, Donald Trump, Elon Musk. Okay? I think this will change. I don't think in 5 years, maybe 10 years, the right will feel the same way about massively rich people, because situations like H-1B visas, because they will realize, to be those billionaires in that positions, more than occasionally going to overlook some things that would benefit American people in lieu of doing things that benefit themselves or their pockets, right? They're doing things to make money primarily, not to help their fan base or voter base or whatever it is, if it's political or not political. I think that'll change. That's my guess.
So embarrassing. So, what I want to talk about today is what I think should be a very clear example of how Elon uses his power and where he actually stands on free speech. He is having a textbook crash out over gaming. Earlier this week, Quinn made a beautiful video that's breaking down the fact that Elon Musk is not the one who piloted his Path of Exile 2 account to the top of the leaderboard.
I mean, to be clear, this is a domino in that prediction. There's a lot of people who now don't respect Elon because of this gaming thing. I feel like this has done So much damage, so much. This has done so much damage to his reputation, more than so much other bad shit he's done. Like ultimately, it doesn't harm that many people. It harms the Paths of Exile player base, but it is blown so far outside the scope of that that so many more people are mad at him. It's not like Paths of Exile players are mad at him. It's like gamers at large.
It's not a conspiracy. It's not grasping at straws. When you finish that video, and I highly recommend you watch the whole video,
It's a good video, I'll watch it.
It will be very clear, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Elon Musk was not the one who actually got the account to where it was. He instead gets permission from the boosters to play on it and flex it for his Twitter streams. He didn't know the very basic fundamentals of the game. However, I will say that his catastrophe of a stream while trying to show how great he is at gaming was enough to make me get back into grinding Path of Exile 2, because I've been slow rolling it for a while. I was still on cruel difficulty, but then watching Elon the bumbling buffoon try and play Path of Exile was like actual rage bait to get me to go back in and grind hard. So now I'm up to tier 3 waystones in the end game. It's so fucking fun. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The point is, Elon Musk knew nothing about the game. It was very clear. And the big thing about it wasn't even that he had someone boosting his account for him. It's that he was just in this complete denial and trying to convince people that he is the best gamer alive. Like, this game's a little too easy. I'm on max difficulty, you know, swagged out mode, and I'm just kind of breezing through it because I'm just that good at games, that kind of thing.
I did discover he's a horrible live streamer. Because even if it was real, even if it was like he actually, which obviously he wasn't, but even if he was actually very good at Paths of Exile, he's such a bad live streamer. Yeah, I mean, like his setup was ass, but like even what he would say was just very like it's like teacher. It's like shitty teacher trying to teach someone Paths of Exile. Yeah, so this is the map here.
You assume that people on the right have enough critical thinking skills to stop licking boots long enough to see they are being stepped on.
I feel like this is a very narrow mindset. You have the same mindset that somebody in League of Legends does when their teammate makes a bad decision. And then you view them as vermin on this earth. And here's the fucking tea, sister. You don't win the game like that. You don't win the game by spam picking question marks, typing in chat that you're a dipshit, and then trying to boost your own KD. You just don't win the game like that. You got a bad mindset. You got to work on that.
It's his reluctance to just be honest about like, hey guys, I like this game. I don't have time to grind it, so I paid these people to grind it for me so that way I can get to the end game and, you know, play the content I want. It wouldn't have blown up to this degree. I still think that would have been a little silly and people would have still absolutely made fun of him for it, but to a lesser degree. It's just, what's the point? Why are you paying someone to boost your account? If you like the game, why not just play it on your own time, even if it's not that fast and even if you're not top of the charts? But for Elon, the reason is because he wants everyone to view him as God's gift to humanity. So like, I'm one of the best gamers. Check the stats. And he didn't achieve it. It wasn't him. And when Quinn made this video, it very much hurt Elon because the gamers that he's trying to appeal to were privy to the fact that he's not the gaming god he claims to be. And that damaged him. So
Dude, it made me jealous. Like, obviously, I don't understand Paths of Exile. I've never played it ever. I'm not endemic to that community, but I wish so badly that he played a game that I knew so I could feel this sense of superiority over him. Like, I want to hate watch so bad, but I can't hate watch because I don't get how the fucking game works. I don't get how the fucking game works, bro. I want to watch him play like fucking... Yeah, I would love to watch him play Elden Ring. I would love to see his ass play League of Legends. Yeah, so my jungler here is actually dog shit, and I'm trying to crash this wave mid.
I knew he was going to have a comical response, but I didn't expect it would be this absurd. To set the stage for what happens next, Asmon and many others covered Quinn's video, as well as other people's content talking about how it was impossible that Elon was the one that actually played on that account because he is just dog shit and knows nothing about the game. Asmon covered this, he talked about it, reacted to the video, and today, Elon went on Twitter and had this to say. Asmon behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man.
Ah, man, that's a generational crash out. That's a generational crash out. You know, this is the greatest news on earth for Dream. Dream, this is your out, brother. Okay? You let this guy take all the heat. You duck low. You do a Minecraft manhunt, drop it tomorrow. Nobody gives a shit anymore. Everyone's chilling. There's an even bigger Trump fan who's under fire. You're good. I'm playing. I don't know if he's a Trump fan. I'm playing.
He then leaked his DMs with Asman, where he said, this is Asman, I'm going to see if my editors might want to make a second account for it. And then Elon replies, sure. Who are these mysterious editors? He actually sounds like that news anchor. Who is this 4chan? Like, how can someone be this fucking...
I'm going to see if my editors might want to make a second account for it even. Sure. Who are these mysterious editors? Two guys, D as in gold and Cat Danny RU. They basically run the entire YouTube account. So basically any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and then they get a cut ad of the rev at the end of the month. It's a super good system. Almost everyone on YouTube does it. I mean, he's right. That is how it works. That's like how Elon's posting this. Like, I don't know why he's posting this like it's evidence. I don't understand what he thought he was doing with the screenshot. This is what baffles me. Like, what did he think? He was exposing Asman Gold and like the two people who actually ran his YouTube account. Like, did he think that's what it was? Like, these two people are actually running Asman's YouTube account. This independent maverick has no control over what's posted. It's like, no, dude. Asman Gold has min-maxed his life in a way that he absolutely cannot function outside of being live and intaking enough calories to wake up the next day. He has reacted. He reacts to so many videos that he sorts YouTube by new. Okay, that's where Asman is at. So you have to take that catalog that he creates and somehow, you know, make a YouTube channel out of it, because he's not going to operate it. I don't think he's doing, you know, meetings on a regular cadence with this
Elon's
editor.
Confused because he doesn't understand asking an employee for their opinion.
I think what's actually happening here.
He is 90, so he thinks editors are like newspaper editors and block out anything Asman isn't allowed to say, and they control him like he's the journalist for a big publication.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Where in reality, Asman has hired these people, given them some, probably, I assume, percentage of, yeah, he said it, percentage of the ad revenue. These guys are living amazingly lavish lives. Because I bet Asman even gave a pretty generous percentage, because he probably didn't give a shit about his YouTube. They upload so frequently, and the views are insane on Asman's channel. I mean, look, just for reference, he has 3 billion views on his channel. I would guess 2.5, maybe 2.8. So he's got what, half a billion more views than me. Because he's uploading at such a high frequency. He has double the videos. Yeah, of course, man. But like, you also have to understand, his video length on average is also way longer, because they're just stream cuts. 2 hours 19, hour 33. You know how much money an hour 33-minute video that got 1.5 million views? This shit got like 15K, maybe $20K dollars. They're living good lives.
Out of touch and stupid. I will never cease to be shocked by the absolute idiot potion this guy seems to be boofing on the daily. Like, how? What do you mean, who are these mysterious editors? Do you not know what editors are? Holy shit. So then Asman explains, 2 guys, links them, and then they basically run the entire YouTube account, lol. So basically any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and they can just get a cut of the ad rev. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everyone on YouTube does it. And then there's a community note there, which says what should be obvious to anyone with a functioning frontal lobe. Elon Musk seems to think Asman Gold is an employee with editors overseeing him. That's incorrect. Asman Gold's editors are actually his employees. They edit, upload his content for a revenue share. They don't control what he does.
Dude, I love when Elon Musk gets community noted. It's like a fourth wall break, you know? And then the literal company that he owns is like, yeah, and he's actually dumb as fuck here. We know he's dumb as fuck, but just letting you guys know, like, that's why he's wrong here, but he's our boss. You know, like...
And then Elon Musk proceeds to take away Asman Gold's check mark on Twitter. You remember that thing Elon was like really adamant about, you know, how check marks were kind of like weaponized? hey, Elon, you're doing that. So the free speech guy, you're taking away his checkmark because he hurt your feelings, fundamentally shadow banning him because without a checkmark, his replies and his engagement go way down and you won't really see it anymore. You're shadow banning someone who hurt your feelings. Elon is just that fucking sensitive. In fact, sensitive doesn't even really cover it.
Dude, it's like it's an understatement. Like he's the only person that can get away with being this fucking stupid. Because can you imagine if it was like revealed that Dan Clancy had like beef with somebody and then banned them on Twitch, and it was revealed directly from the cause of their beef he banned, or like YouTube. Like on YouTube, somebody's channel got shadow banned. It was directly proven that was because Neil Mohan had beef with them. That shit would be crazy.
Like my cock gets sensitive when it gets sucked for too long. I'm like, ooh.
He just owns it, so
like that.
You can't really do shit.
Elon has reached a new level of sensitivity I did not think was even achievable by a human being. It is just fucking flabbergasted by how soft he is. He has all the money in the world, but is beyond insecure to the point that I can't believe he's a real person. This has to be some kind of like android protocol that's been sent from space, from like space Redditors, in order to see like the limits of cringe that can be pushed. Come on. He's talking about editors and then saying Asmon needs his editor's permission to post things. He lacks the fundamental understanding not only of Path of Exile 2, but of life. Like, of living as a sentient being. How can you even reach that conclusion? I mean, I know how he reached that conclusion because he is a turbo moron who can't, like, activate neurons and think. So he saw the word editor and made the assumption that it's like the editors that will oversee someone's work in the journalism sector.
My hope for Elon has dwindled to zero. Because, like, kind of reminds me of, like, Kanye West or Antonio Brown if you're a football fan. It's like for a while I was like, okay, yeah, he's dumb as shit. Everything he's doing is dumb. And I think his best course of action would be to go back to making Rocket. Because you know what? I don't mind when he makes a big rocket. I'm not going to fucking sit here and lie to you folk. When he makes big rocket, I'm like, hell yeah. Fucking love when he makes big rocket. I like that. And it's the same with Kanye. It's like Kanye, I was like, okay, maybe you get off being crazy for a minute. You go back, you make an album like The Life of Pablo. You know, I'm cool with it. Go back to that real quick. But they never go back. There's like a point they have crossed and they're too deep to go back. Antonio Brown, I was like, hey, we clean up those off-field issues. We come back next season, we get 1,200 yards, 80 catches, 8 touchdowns. We have a good year. They don't come back. I don't think they come. I think they're gone forever. And I think I don't think he's going back to Rocket. I think he's basically dipshit crazy older guy forever now. Dipshit crazy older guy with an insane amount of power. Dipshit crazy oligarch older guy.
And he gets these dots, these breadcrumbs that he starts connecting from out of fucking nowhere about how, well, Asmon is actually just a pawn of his editors. That's not just wrong, that is just blatant misinformation. He is actively engaging in misinformation, making it seem like Asmon has a puppet master above him, these editors, that he has to answer to. And then he abuses his power to take away his checkmark. He is actively doing all of the things he says he is super against, and all of the people say that he hates and will never do. He does it. I don't see how a single Elon Musk nipple-suckling leech could see this and conjure up some kind of excuse for it. There's no mental gymnastics that could possibly exist.
Dude, I've seen some crash outs. Because I have seen some people, right? Some like prominent right-wing ex-creators, okay? Which is not a title I think you would ideally want to have in this world, but some people have it. Who are like, Elon Musk is a little wild here. And then the replies to them are, some of their audience is biting back. The replies are crazy. I saw one that was like, yeah, the last time Elon replied to and got into drama, the person he was talking about is a pedophile, so this guy's probably a pedophile. I was like, okay. Sure, that's a logic train I guess you can go down.
To justify this behavior. It's the epitome of everything people hate. It's cringe. It's sensitive. It's an abuse of power. His feelings got hurt, so he used his power as the fucking chief general of Twitter to take away his checkmark because he hurt his feelings. And then he goes on to leak DMs. How could you possibly look at that and be like, no, that makes sense. Elon was in the right here. Like, let's say you just love Elon. You know what? I'm not your dad. You can like whoever you want, like whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me. But why do you have to like something and then love everything they ever do? Why can't you be more receptive to, like, you know, I really like Elon, but this was a bad look. I didn't like what he did here. I think this was pretty embarrassing. That's called being normal. For some reason, people just can't be normal anymore. If you like something, you have to be obsessed with it. You have to fuck it.
I think some people get so obsessed that they tie their identity to the thing, and then if the thing is like looked at negatively by other people, it attacks those people who have tied their identity to it personally. And I don't think it's intentional. I think it's like a protective measure. This happens in like streaming spaces with people who are like obsessive fans of creators. It's like their creator can do no wrong because they have dedicated a Twitter account to being a fan of this thing. And online, that's like all they are. Like in their personal life, I don't think it fucking matters or comes up, right? But like online, all you are is an Elon fanboy or, you know, whatever, Minecraft fanboy or fucking. So I think like like your identity in this online space is just being fan of this thing. So this thing sucking is a tough pill to swallow. Now I could never do any wrong. So you never have to worry about me because I always have the correct take. Can we get a Twitch Prime for that, by the way, for always having a right take?
Love it. You have to be like snorting that drug constantly and shut out and hate everyone who pokes holes in it. It's so weird. I don't know why people want to live their life this way.
I got 2
They
primes
just
off
want
that
like
shit,
the black
boys.
and white.
Let's
Elon
go.
good. Anyone who
That's
said
dumb.
Elon not good, they're
Thank
bad.
you.
Elon good.
Thank you, acidic.
I don't know why people want that. No one likes to think anymore, and with the way the internet's gone, you don't have to think anymore. You can just wait for tweets to tell you what to think, or even chat GPT to tell you what to think. I guess it's just easier to live your life on like drooling autopilot mode. But I would argue that you are doing yourself a huge disservice in life if you just live this way, where even if you really like Elon, whatever, why not just be receptive to the idea that he's not infallible? Maybe he does make mistakes. Maybe he is cringe sometimes. And you can acknowledge that, recognize that, and then at the end of the day, still like him if you want. It just doesn't compute with me. And of course, it's not exclusive to Elon. It's a very normal thing now all of a sudden where if you like something or like someone, anything that is brought up that's negative about it is like the end of the world to you, and then you spend hours a day arguing with bots on Twitter about it. And
I think it's healthy to do both. I think it's healthy to take something you like, look at it at from a critical perspective, you know, and admit fault with it. And then it's also healthy to look at things you don't like and then see where the positives lie in it and why people could enjoy it. Almost like looking at both freaking sides in a freaking way. Like, I really freaking think looking at both freaking sides, and maybe we come across the aisle and like find some freaking common ground, I guess. Maybe that's freaking stupid, though. We should just call each other names and slurs, I guess.
Defending the thing you like. I just don't get it. Elon Musk, I think, is just the best example of this phenomenon because his fan base does PR for him as if it's their actual job. Like, they are...
Low key, it is some people's jobs. I do think some people are eating just off being Elon fans. Like, they're able to make enough money as an ex-creator just being an Elon fan, like spam posting what he does. It's not that many people, I'm sure. But it's enough people that other people are replicating those people trying to live that life. Because that's not a bad job to have. All right? I don't personally desire it. Yeah, like Ian the guy on Twitter. Or, yeah, Adrian Dittman, sure. A professional glazer, yeah. I mean, look, being a professional glazer, it's easier than being a line cook. It is easier.
Professional PR drones for Elon that he doesn't even have to pay. Because they are in the trenches every single minute of every single day, suckling on him, arguing on his behalf, shutting down any criticisms against him. It's just so embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as Elon himself. So yeah, anyway, I had to talk about this. Because what an incredible response from Elon take away Asmon's check mark and then leak his DMs where he completely misunderstands that editors
What do
aren't
we
like his
expect from
overseers.
the guy who
It's
thinks
so,
his literal
oh my
dumpster on wheels is the best truck ever?
God. So yeah, anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.
Has Elon tweeted about this since? Oh, speaking of one of those people paid off being Elon fanboys, I'm on hundreds of streams on YouTube, Twitch, playing live with the world's best players. No other way to say this, but while Asmon is good at caustic commentary, I'm sorry, I know what it means, but for people watching,
Caustic.
able to burn or corrode or organic tissue by chemical action. What? Commentary and making fun of people, he's not good at playing video games. Okay, low-key Elon cooked on this. I know fucking Community Notes is going to chime in with everything Asmon did at WoW, but that's because they didn't watch him play Dark Souls 3. If they watched him play Dark Souls 3, they would not be posting this community post. I stand by Elon. Asmon used to have generational crash outs playing Dark Souls. His chat would make fun of him. He would end stream. Do you ever wonder why Asmon streams on his alt account and not his main account? It's because he was so bad at Dark Souls. I'm just saying, you can look this up. This is real.